92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
I feel really bad for the guy who's on the phone to do a second date update today.
Really?
Not only bad, but I'm also impressed by his bravery. I read his email about what happened on his date, and I'm frankly surprised that he would be willing to tell this story to anybody, let alone do it on a radio show.
Yes.
Matt, how you doing?
Man, I got a weird mix of emotions because I feel like I'm throwing a Hail Mary here, and I know it's a long shot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The description of what happened on your date is amazing to me. And like I said, I commend your bravery for being willing to talk about this.
I mean, this is like I've lived a life where I've done embarrassing things. This has got to be the most embarrassing
That bad?
that I can think of.
Why don't you tell your story there, Matt?
All right. So, I meet this really, really nice girl online.
Uh-huh.
Her name's Amanda, and we agreed to go to this restaurant. And the whole deal was there's a seasonal festival going on I really wanted to go to. I was like, this would be so much fun. So I just kind of picked a restaurant near the festival because I wasn't sure if we were going to get to eat. I'm like, I didn't want to be hungry at this festival. I just wanted to be in a good mood. So we go, and it's great. It's my kind of place, laid back. It's got good food and big portions. I like big portions. So
I love how men pick restaurants. You don't have to dress up, and I can eat a lot.
well, I wanted to see because she kept saying, like, all our profile and stuff like that, she's laid back and just like to have fun. And, like, I was hoping that translated to just like to eat. And we ordered cheesy fries. They were massive. She dug in with me, like, it was, oh, good, cool, it's going to be fun. We can, like, eat together.
I want to get to what happened and the reason why you think she's not calling you back.
Yeah, but hold on. I didn't even tell you about the steak. The steak was incredible. Like, I really thought this was going to be like an average steak. You don't understand. I went back and shook hands with the chef. That's how good the steak was.
Wow.
This was incredible.
Whoa.
I have not had a steak at a restaurant this good for the price.
Were you excited about your
Is
date?
this a second date or a commercial for this restaurant?
I'm just telling you, this was the one good part. And sometimes I'll go on dates and I'll love the food and I'll feel shamed by my date. But she didn't do that. She was just like, yeah, cool, I like a guy who can eat.
Why are you eating so much food?
Yeah.
Jeez.
All right, because I hadn't eaten all day, and it's a festival. We're going to walk around a long time. I didn't want to just be hungry, while we're at the festival. 'Cause I can get kind of grumpy. So I wanted to be on my A game and fill my belly.
Oh my God, chili cheese fries and steak is already enough.
Hey, I didn't even tell you about the dessert.
My God.
So we get one of those giant, like, ice cream brownie sundae things.
Oh my
And
gosh.
all I'm going to say, I know you don't want me to, like, go on and on and on, but, oh, my gosh, that whipped cream, it was like, I don't know. It was like there was a group of people in the back that were making it by hand, and that was their only job, was just to make the whipped cream. I mean,
After reading your email, how in the world can you still be talking about the food with the situation that happened after you ate?
I want to know what happened.
You do want to know what
I just need
happened.
to understand, like, I was so happy. This is the happiest I've been on a date at this point.
All right.
And so, like, that's why. So, like, we ate. This is great. Let's go. So it's just like we're walking. I start burbling. My stomach starts burbling. I'm like, oh no, I gotta go. I should have gone. There's like we're kind of far from the restaurant now.
Uh-huh.
Like, just like want to keep moving, and I didn't really want to say anything. You know what I mean? I just didn't feel comfortable yet saying, oh, I just gotta drop a giant deuce. So, like,
Yeah, it's usually bad first date etiquette to bring that up.
Yes.
I didn't want to do that. So, like, we walked by this department store, and I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot. I got to buy a gift for one of my coworkers. I'll just go in here real quick because it's tomorrow. It's like an only chance if I don't buy it now. So I knew I'll just be in and out real quick. And so I go in, and the bathroom is on, like, the 5th floor, and it's, like, escalators. So I'm, like, running up the escalators, like, carefully, because now I'm at the point where it's very sensitive, and I can just lose it all.
Oh my
Any
God.
second, I can feel it. And so I'm just
So much
so
graphic
careful.
detail.
Like that run that you do when you're trying to be careful not to spill it.
Yeah.
So
I don't.
I get up there. I get to the 5th floor. I'm so excited. And there's a guy with a mop, and he's cleaning. And he's like, you're not coming in here.
Oh, no.
And then, like, the women's bathroom. I can go in the women's bathroom, but, like, a woman goes in, and I'm not going to go in while there's a woman in there. That's just so...
You don't need like assault charges or indecency charges on your first date.
So I'm like, okay, I can hold it a little bit longer. So I run and clinch down. I'm running and clinching. I'm going down the escalators. I run out the front. She's like, what are you doing? Are you done? I was like, I gotta go. I'll be right back. And I'm like running back to the restaurant. It's like, you know what? I paid there. I can go. I can use the bathroom. And by the time I get to the restaurant, I got a pretty good sprint coming on. And everything I have to hold this in. I burst the door open. It knocks over this old man. The old man falls to the floor. I don't stop. Someone says, he knocked over an old man. I don't have time to apologize or stop. I go to the bathroom, and I just go in, and I'm like a sweating, heaving mess of shame. And I sit there on the pot, and I just I destroyed that bathroom.
Oh my God.
I was disgusted by myself on so many levels. And I'm just sitting there, and it's like taking so long. I just wanted to go fast, like 15 minutes, which is such a long time.
Especially after you've run up to the top of a department store and then sprinted back down, sprinted by your date, and she's like, where are you going?
So, yeah, she's texting me. She's like, what's going on? What's going on? It's like, it's fine. I'll be right back. And I was like, I'm good. I'm like done. And I stand up and I look at my pants, and I had splattered my pants in the process.
What?
And I was like, this is not going to work.
Did you just say
Disgusting.
I don't get it. You didn't realize that you pooped your pants before you went into the bathroom?
I was in a dark place. I don't know how to explain. This was not like a normal situation. I mean, I'm in there freaking out about knocking over this man. I gotta go home. I gotta go home and get a change of pants.
Do you live close to this place?
No, I live like 10 minutes away if there's no light.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I went out the back door of this restaurant because I don't want to run into this old man or his family or anyone. So I go out the back door and I drive home. I barely, I get home. I change my pants. She texts me, "Screw you! I can't believe you ditched me." And I was like, "Oh no."
And is that the last thing you heard from her?
Yeah, because I knew there's no coming back from that. I didn't know what to do.
Did you try to apologize and explain what happened?
I mean, I said I'm sorry, but I knew that if I did a lot, I felt like it would make it worse. So I just said I was sorry.
Yeah.
Oh my God, my brain is still spitting from your really detailed story about pooping yourself. Why would you ever think it's okay to leave a woman on the street for how long?
In the end, it was 35, 40 minutes.
Yeah, no wonder she's not calling you back. I mean, you know what happened, obviously.
Yeah, I know. That's why that's why I said Hail Mary at the beginning of this conversation. But I had such a good time. You have to understand, she really is cool.
Okay.
I met this really cool girl who's fun and has a good sense of humor. And for some reason, I just freaked out.
Well, you're going to have to see how cool she is when we get her on the phone and you tell her the actual story of what happened.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to tell her all the details. We can just tell her generally what happened, and then see if she'll go out with me again. we don't have to give every example.
I'm just going to take this first part where we're talking right now. We recorded your story and play that back for her. Have her listen to that.
No. Please don't do that.
All right. We'll play a song. Come back.
I
Call
love
her.
you guys. I'm a big fan of you. Please.
All right.
Don't do that.
Hey, you're going to have to tell her a little bit, but we'll do it after this song. We'll play a song, come back, call her, and get your second date update, okay?
All right. Thank you, guys.
All right. Hang on, man.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just tuning in for today's second date update, Matt is on the phone. And yes, if you missed Matt explaining what happened on his first date, it was rather embarrassing. Long story short, he had to go to the bathroom really bad after they had dinner. Tried to find a restroom, didn't tell her what he was doing because he was embarrassed. Ran to the top of a department store. Bathroom was closed there. Sprinted down the stairs and past her. She didn't know where he was going. Into a restaurant. Knocked over an old dude on the way, and people yelled hey, that guy has knocked over this old guy, but he was in a very bad place, so he had to go straight to the bathroom. He ended up going, took him about 15 minutes, and then he realized that he accidentally had an accident on his pants. So he tried to go home to change his pants, and at that point, she texted him and was like, "It's obvious that you ditched me," and she hasn't talked to him since. We're about to get her on the phone and see if Matt can somehow salvage what happened and get a second date. Matt, are you ready to go?
As ready as I'm going to be.
Matt, you do realize the last image she has of you is you sprinting away from her on the street. It's not even that you just ditched her, you ran from her.
Ran away from her.
Yeah.
No, it's not good. It's the worst. It's the worst it could be. It really is. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. Good luck to you, man. I don't know how you're going to get a second date out of this one.
Especially when he's like, no, you don't get it. I pooped my pants.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
Now it all
It's not
makes
as bad.
sense.
It wasn't you. It's just that I have no control over my bowels. Would you like to go out again and try this over? All right. I'm going to dial the phone number right now. Get her on the phone, okay?
If you guys don't mind vouching for me that I'm a good guy, that would be great.
Sure. I'll tell her
I
we're
don't-
longtime personal friends and that you're a great dude.
You're such
That
a
would
liar.
be amazing.
Okay. I'm going to dial the phone number right now. Here we go.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Amanda, please?
This is.
Hello, Amanda. How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. It's a radio show? We host a morning radio show, and one of our listeners actually emailed us about you to see if we could get you on the phone.
About me?
Mm-hmm. It's called the second date update. Basically, if you go out on a date with somebody and don't call them back after the date, they email us to see if we can get you on the phone and find out what went wrong. I think we kind of know what went wrong on your date. But I could be wrong.
Okay.
The guy that emailed us, his name is Matt.
He wanted you to call me?
Yes, he did.
I can't even imagine why.
Yeah, he said that he really enjoyed your date.
Well, that's pretty interesting, because he's the one that ditched me, so I'm not really sure.
Amanda, what if I told you that he had a really good reason for having to leave your date?
I don't think there is a good reason. There's pretty much nothing that could make me say, "Oh, that makes sense."
Really? I think if you heard his story, you might actually be happy that he didn't come back to you.
I can't even imagine that there is some excuse good enough for him ditching me, leaving me standing there by myself to find my own ride home.
Well, why don't I let him tell you? Because he's actually on the other line listening and then wants to talk to you because he feels really bad about what happened on your date.
Right now?
Yes.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Matt?
Hi, Amanda.
What do you want?
I just want to apologize and explain what happened because I know that it seems like I ditched you and I didn't ditch you.
Matt, you did ditch me. I was standing there for a very long time by myself, and that means that you ditched me.
No, I know. Like, I've been ditched lots of times before, and I understand what it feels like. It's terrible and feel that way. I had an emergency, and I didn't know how to explain it at the time. There wasn't a way that would have been
okay,
bad.
it was weird enough
Stop.
that you left me standing there to go buy a present or whatever, and then you came back and ran right past
Yeah.
me. What's your emergency? I can't even understand why this... What's your emergency?
Okay, so remember when we were at the restaurant, how much food I ate?
Yes, I do.
I ate a lot of food.
Lot of
okay.
food.
Yeah. So I hadn't eaten all day, and so I had to go, like, worse than I ever have in my life. Completely unprecedented. Did not know how to
Like
deal
to
with
the
it.
bathroom?
To the bathroom. I'm trying to be polite. To the bathroom. Number 2, I had to go, like, emergency, like, code red.
Okay,
pain.
so as
Like,
adults,
yeah.
you couldn't say, like, when we're in the restaurant, "Excuse me, I'm going to go to the bathroom."
But, see, I didn't have to go at that point. I only had to go when we were walking. So I was like, I got to go now. I got to go now. And it's,
We passed a coffee shop. You could have said, "Let's grab a coffee," and gone to the bathroom there.
I know.
I know. We're not in
didn't know
second
you-
grade. I don't
thought
understand why you couldn't have just handled it.
I mean, what am I supposed to do here? Is turn to you and be like, "Hey, I'm about to crap my pants. I'm on a first date with you." You know, I didn't want to, like, I didn't know. Maybe
Well,
you think that was.
I definitely
Look, a
appreciate
nice
that you
person.
didn't say that, but you could have said something. You could have done anything. Hey, let's go in here together and run away to the bathroom.
What do you? I wouldn't ask you to come into the bathroom while I have to do that. That's like.
Okay, Matt.
That's
Okay.
not-
I'm not trying to be so literal here. I'm just saying we could have gone into the building structure at the same time, so I wasn't standing
Right.
outside on the
Sure.
street wondering where you were.
That would have made sense. That would have made much more
It was
sense.
really
than what happened.
upsetting. I was having a good time, and I was so frustrated. Then I was cold. Then I got embarrassed because I was completely ditched. I went through so many emotions in that half an hour that should never happen on a first date.
I know. I went through a lot of emotions too, and I feel terrible.
So you're the victim of this whole thing? I'm the one that was
No,
standing there.
you're the victim. I'm sorry. No, you're the victim. My
I
emotions
was the
don't
one that
matter.
was ditched.
That's not the point.
You're the one that had the issues. I was ditched. I'm the one that went home and told my friends I will never do internet dating again because look what this guy did to me. I'm the one.
You know what?
not
I figured
you.
that. I figured you were probably telling your friends, and that's fine. You should tell everyone. I understand that. I want to go on another date with you, and I don't care if that's the story
kidding
that
me?
always gets told.
If the bathroom was what you were trying to do and you had to go do it, why wouldn't you come back? We were going to go to the fair. I don't get that. I don't understand.
In all honesty, the reason I didn't come back is that I my pants.
Oh, my God.
And I had to go home.
Are you kidding me? I feel like I'm talking
No.
to a
I'm telling
child
you the
right
truth.
now.
I'm telling you the truth.
Okay, well,
I'm a truth
sometimes,
teller.
and I've never said this out loud, but sometimes it's better to lie than give that many details.
So, Amanda,
This is
you'd
how I figured that out.
prefer.
I mean, I don't know that about you. So, this is how I figured that
Well,
out. I don't know. I know that.
I would rather anything but knowing that you... I can't even say it. Like, come on.
Amanda, that's what happened. Hey, at least he's honest. You know that.
Okay.
He told us about your date. Said that he loved going out with you. He really enjoyed it and thought you were awesome. But he had an unfortunate situation where his body was not working with him. And he kind of ruined his pants. And he tried to go home and do this all in a timely manner.
gosh.
But at that point, you were done.
I don't even tell you, I knocked down an old man, too, when I opened the door. And everyone hated me. Everyone
So
hated
you
me.
Crapped your
I'll
pants.
tell you everything.
You crapped your pants. You knocked an old man down. You ditched a girl you claimed to be having a good time with. And you never communicated any of this with anybody. I'm going to say you have some issues, and I'm not ready to go out again. It's not going to happen.
Amanda, are you sure? Because I would like to ask if you'll go out on a second date with Matt. We will pay for it.
Come on.
I don't think it's going to be a good idea.
Weird. From the recap that you just said, it sounded like a fantastic time.
Dream
I'm
date.
surprised that you're saying no.
Look, that's all that's true. All that's true. And good news is, that the worst it could go with me is that. That's the bottom. And that's
Wait a minute.
not a normal bottom.
I'm sorry.
That's
I can't let you finish. If that's the first date, how is this the worst that it's going to be? It's supposed to be the very best ever.
Oh, but it's all uphill from here.
How are you
Amanda?
guys siding with him? I don't understand this.
Stuff happens, bro.
Whatever. If a girl crapped her pants on a date, none of you would ever talk to her again.
Yeah, that's very true.
I would. I absolutely would. I'd feel so much more comfortable if a girl crapped her pants or burped or did anything gross. I'd be like, that's
Well,
awesome.
you would. You would, because that's your thing.
It was just one time.
All right, well, so Amanda, no, you don't want to go out with him again.
It's not going to happen. I will use it as an example of what not to do for the rest of my life.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
If the bathroom was what you were trying to do and you had to go do it, why wouldn't you come back? We were going to go to the fair. I don't get that. I don't understand.
In all honesty, the reason I didn't come back is that I my pants.
Oh, my God.
That was a clip from today's second date update. If you missed it, Matt wanted to call this girl Amanda. He knew exactly why she wasn't calling back. She didn't know that he had an accident during the date. But what did happen was they went out to eat, and then they were walking somewhere. He had to go really bad. He tried to go to one bathroom. It was closed. Then had to sprint past her to go to a restaurant's bathroom. Ended up, actually getting some on his pants and then tried to go home to change them. But basically ended up ditching her for 40 minutes while he tried to figure the whole situation out. She texted him and was like, I'm done with the date. We got her on the phone. She still didn't want to go out with him because he just ditched her instead of being honest, hey, had a little bit of an accident. Maybe we could reschedule this for next time. But people are texting in at 78592, and they're totally on his side.
I cannot
Almost every single
believe
text that has
this.
come in say, oh my God, he's adorable. Crappy pants or not, I'll go out with him.
How are people okay with adults pooping themselves on a first
Well, it
date?
happens.
No, it
happens.
doesn't happen. I've never pooped myself.
Well-
yes, I have to go to the bathroom sometimes, but I've never
live a
done
little,
it in my pants.
Happens more than you think. Another text in at 78592 says, I think Amanda should have given him a second chance. She's being way too hard on him. No one can control what happens to their bodies sometimes.
But even if he never texted her once in those 40 minutes saying, hold on, I had an emergency, I have to run home. He never, she
I
was
think
just
either way-
standing there
freaking
without
out.
any knowledge
Yeah, I
of
wouldn't know how to
anything.
handle that either, because if you're honest, she's like, ooh, gross, I don't want to see this guy
You
again.
just say you had an emergency.
Yeah.
You don't have to go into detail
No,
about
how
what
fake does
happened
that
to your
sound?
pants.
How
Yeah.
fake does that sound? You run past her head.
It sounds like you're lying.
Yeah,
Oh,
So
my
either
God,
way, he's
guys.
screwed. But good news is a lot of people texting in at 78592 would love to date Mr. Crappy Pants, so that's good. Remember, if you want a second date update, all you have to do is just email us. We'll call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Second date update.
I realized after doing a lot of these second date updates, we're always acting like we're the superheroes of dating. Helping
okay.
daters in distress, just swooping in, trying to save the day.
I mean, we kind of are. I like that.
No, you know what? That's
Why?
negative thinking.
Being a superhero is negative thinking.
It's so self-involved. We need to change our attitude to a more positive outlook.
Okay.
You know, instead of just saving other people's lives, doing the bare minimum, we need to actually make them better and improve their love lives. You know what I'm saying?
Well, haven't we been trying to do that?
No,
though?
I think by the
okay.
end of this phone call,
I
I
guess
want
I'm
our
following.
listener, Ivan, to not only get a second date, but I want to have a wedding day locked down and names chosen for their future
Okay.
babies. Are you guys with me?
No.
That's a lot.
What-
You're crazy. You're the crazy dater now.
Oh,
Yeah.
love is crazy. Is that
Okay.
what you're saying?
No, you're a little clingy.
I'm just
Jeffrey.
I'm trying to think positive and do more than the bare minimum for these
Okay.
people. Like Ivan, I've got a lot of baby name suggestions for your
my
future
God.
children, but before we get to that, tell us about the name of the woman that you would like us to call today.
And have kids with.
Yeah, that's a whole lot to comprehend there. Her name is Bridget.
That's a gorgeous name.
Okay.
That sounds like the name of
Now-
someone that is your soulmate.
I don't know what Jeffrey's been smoking today or whatever, but
Brooke, you got to hit this love pipe. I'm telling you. It is worth it. Let's go back to Bridget. Sorry, tell us more about Bridget. How'd you meet?
We met on a dating app.
okay.
Nice.
Sounds like marriage.
Yeah. So what'd you guys do on your date?
So we messaged a little bit on the app, went out for dinner, got some ramen. It was well.
Good choice.
Is it a good choice?
Well, you slurp a lot when you eat ramen.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit of a messy first date, but maybe messy's good.
It could build character.
Remember,
Maybe-
he's on that positive
I'm on
train
the
right now.
positive.
You're on that positive
I
train,
like a
Jeffrey.
little messy boy.
Get a little wet
Yeah.
at the table.
Yeah.
What was dinner like?
I thought dinner was great, and then we actually went out for a walk afterwards.
That's always
Ooh,
good,
a
bro.
walk is good, but a stroll is better.
No, shut up, Jeff.
It's a romantic stroll
Just
is what
saying.
you'd find in the rom-com.
If she agrees
it's the
after
same
the
thing.
date, to
No,
spend more
it's
time
not the
with
same.
Okay. Ivan, tell us like a highlight, you know? Like, yeah, you went to dinner and you went on a walk, but like, where was the connection at?
I took her to this old bookstore,
Cute.
and we kind of talked about our favorite books that we loved while we were growing up. And we left little Post-it notes in the parts of the books that we particularly liked. And we wrote down why we liked them and what drew us to the books, so that when people are going to come in and look at these books, they're going to see these little messages from previous readers of the book.
That's really cute. So, I mean,
Oh,
Not something I would ever do. But
yeah,
I mean,
'cause Alexis doesn't like to read a lot, but
Yeah.
me too.
I think that's awesome. So, I mean, is that something you planned ahead? Like, you brought the post notes with you?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a big one that I came up with right before the date. I really liked her.
What did Bridget think about the Post-it note idea?
I mean, she seemed really into it. We stayed at this bookshop for like an hour doing this.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Oh,
That's a lot of going through books.
that does sound boring.
And the one employee that's like, now I have to take all these post-it notes out of these books.
Well, I don't know. How did the rest of the date go?
I mean, that was just the end of it there. I thought it ended well. I was like, hey, we should do this again sometime. She agreed to it, and then we said our goodbyes, and I just didn't hear back from her. And I've been texting her, and I even texted her right before I, reached out to you guys.
Whoa.
I asked her why she hadn't been getting back to me.
Oh.
And did she respond?
She texted back a one-word reply.
Oh,
Oh, no. What was it?
It was just seatbelt.
seatbelt?
Seatbelt.
Is
Did
that
that-
2 words?
Yeah. Did that mean any? It's one.
I got confused.
Did that
She
mean?
typed it as one, apparently.
Oh, okay.
Did that mean anything to you?
Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea what that meant.
Did you wear seatbelts in the car when you
That's-
drove her home?
Maybe you didn't wear one and she didn't feel safe that you weren't?
To be honest, I don't even remember if I was wearing one. I thought I was. Maybe. I don't really keep track of how many times I'm wearing a seatbelt while driving.
But that shouldn't be a deal
Yeah.
breaker.
Was
Like-
one of the books that you read about seatbelts?
Oh. Hey, it's
A
books.
how-to guide, how to
Yeah,
use
how
it.
to
It's
seatbelt for
books.
dummies.
They're boring, Brooke.
No, I don't remember if any of the books were about seatbelts. And that's what I said to her. I was like, seatbelt, what does that mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no response. Nothing.
No response.
Oh,
We got a
interesting.
seatbelt mystery on our
Yeah.
hands.
Yeah.
And you've come up with no theories.
I mean, again, that's why I'm reaching out to you guys. This is kind of out of character for me to just, put myself out there like that.
Well, we're going to play a song. We'll come back. We'll call Bridget for you, and we'll give her the code word seatbelt. And we'll see what she says when we do your second date update right after this, okay?
Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
You got it. Hold on. Ivan, I've been thinking about future baby names for when this whole second date thing works out.
I thought we told you to slow it down.
No, I'm looking ahead. This is going to work. And Ivan, what do you think about Arbuckle?
What?
Like buckle? Like a
'cause of
seatbelt?
seatbelts.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's cute.
Right, it's not.
Okay. Oh, really? Thanks,
It's
Brooke.
not.
Okay. What about Clickbee?
Again.
Click B, that sounds like a robot.
No, it's like click like a seatbelt.
Yeah.
Like two pieces of.
Uh-huh.
Okay, no.
just not.
Yeah,
It's cute.
Yeah.
It's the one thing that ties the two of them together is the word seatbelt.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I guess.
But
Again, I kind of just want that second date.
Yeah,
Well-
dude, we know.
I'm just saying, maybe it doesn't sound amazing right now.
Okay.
But when I'm officiating your wedding on June 23rd of next year,
my gosh,
I just want you to
save the
think
date.
of those names.
Why
Save
are
the
you
date.
doing this? He is not going to want us to make this call because you're being psycho.
Because I believe in love too
Oh
hard.
my God.
Is that what it
No,
is?
Exactly, because you believe in love too hard.
Okay, well, if you're just tuning in for the second date update, Ivan took a woman named Bridget out to dinner. Afterwards, they took a stroll, visited a bookstore where they spent an hour leaving sticky notes in old books, like a romantic first date book report.
Kind of.
Very passionate stuff.
It's like the cliff notes of dating.
Yeah.
Afterwards, Bridget wasn't getting back to him, so Ivan just texted her, "Why are you avoiding me?" And she actually responded to that with one thing, saying, "Seatbelt." He's not really sure what that means, but we're going to try and find out when we call her in the second date update. You ready to do this, Ivan?
Let's do it.
God, I hope we can figure this out for you because it does sound like a really romantic date.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great date. I really liked her. But beyond all that, I'm kind of just thrown off by this whole seatbelt thing. I almost want to find out what the whole seatbelt thing was more so than the date.
Well, hopefully we can accomplish both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if
Yeah.
it's
I
like a
hope.
new dating term that we don't know yet, and it's a good
Like
thing?
breadcrumbing or ghosting.
Yeah.
You're getting seatbelted.
Seatbelted?
Seatbelts or
Yeah.
something.
Okay.
Huh, we
Well,
should have Googled this.
Let's find out. I'm going to dial the number.
Hello.
Hi, can I speak to Bridget, please?
Yeah, this is Bridget. Who's this?
Hi, Bridget. My name's Jeffrey from the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the Morning. How are you doing?
Fine. I'm sorry. How did you get my number?
Well, we actually got your number from somebody that you went on a date with recently because we're doing something called a second date update.
Wait, somebody I went on a date with gave you my number? That's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, well, we got to that quickly.
Well, I mean,
True.
he did it for a good reason because he really enjoyed his time with you, and now he's wondering why you're not getting back to him. His name's Ivan.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
He sounds like a really nice guy.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, and he told us a little bit about the things that you did together. He mentioned that you guys went and got ramen, you went to a bookstore, took a stroll, and then after the date, he did say that you were avoiding him a little bit, and he asked you why, and you texted him one word, seatbelt.
Actually, that's 2 words. But
I
Okay.
knew it!
Yeah.
I knew it!
We thought that might be the case, but that's what
Are you
Ivan
sure?
said to
Isn't
us.
seatbelt one word?
Can it be used interchangeably?
Maybe.
I don't
I
know.
mean, that's a whole other debate.
Maybe in Europe it's different.
I think Boise's a little different.
I don't know.
Spelled with a U in Europe.
You know what? Let's forget the second date update and let's break down the word seatbelt for the next 10 minutes.
Do they buckle on the right or the left?
Bridget, the thing is he has no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, it is a total mystery to him.
wow, you know what? It's actually kind of funny that he still doesn't get it.
Oh, it's
Okay.
like a joke?
Yeah.
I mean, you're saying it should be that obvious?
Yeah, like it should be painfully obvious.
Okay. Well, it hasn't been. Maybe if you just told us, we could pass along the information to Ivan.
Yeah, but fine. So he picked me up and we're driving. And you know how like if you don't buckle your seatbelt, like that really annoying alarm just keeps going off saying like buckle up, buckle up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine's just a dinging noise, but I don't know
I
if your
think-
car
right.
talks.
My car's so old.
That's what she meant, Jeffrey.
okay. Well, she
wasn't
ding,
clear.
ding, ding. I know, but it's saying to you, buckle up, buckle up, buckle up,
Yeah.
even though it's ding, ding,
Yeah,
ding.
yeah,
Okay.
we gotcha.
You want the answer or not?
Yes, sorry, Bridget.
I apologize.
I don't know if he was just like really nervous on the first date or what, but he was completely oblivious to the fact that it kept going off. And like, I tried to bring it up. I didn't want, I don't know. It's first date. It's weird. So I tried to be like, you know, hey, do you hear that sound? And he's like, oh yeah, there's police sirens.
Like, how do you not hear this?
What?
And like, it was a cute idea. Like, we put notes in the books, but we're finding these children's books and like writing notes for him is what he had us do. Like, he brought Post-its and anyways, he had to ask me how to spell words to write on the notes.
Okay, no one judge bad spellers.
Well,
Get out of here.
What's the word?
Yeah,
what word is he needing help with?
Depends, yeah.
They were easy words, like not more than like 6 letters.
Yeah, but like if you're talking receive, I couldn't spell it to save my life. Okay?
I before E except after C.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But it's not always true. English is very tricky.
But if you're going to a bookstore, shouldn't you be good at words?
No. I read constantly and I'm a terrible speller.
Well, okay. I guess everybody is allowed to have their own personal dating deal breakers.
I'm looking for a guy who's an intellectual, who's smart, who can keep up with me, and I just felt like he was a little like sweet guy, but a space cadet.
That's
I think you didn't give him enough of a chance. I'm sticking up for the bad speller and the partially deaf person.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about that.
I don't know. How else could you not hear the dinging? I mean, it is a good point.
You can go on a date with him.
No, I don't want to. I want you to go on a date with him because
Yeah.
I think he really likes you and he thinks that you guys had a connection.
Let's see if that's still true after all that was said, because I need to tell you, Bridget, Ivan's been on the other line listening, and he heard everything that you just said.
Are you kidding me?
If he's paying attention, I don't know. Ivan, you still there?
Wait.
Nope.
Yeah,
Ivan?
no,
Okay.
I'm here. I'm
Oh, okay.
here.
Oh, there he
I'm
is.
kind of shocked. That sounds really petty. Everything I just heard.
Okay, but before you, how do you spell petty?
You spell it Bridget. That's how you spell it.
Oh.
Burn.
I just didn't have as good of a time, and I'm sorry that we didn't have the same experience.
Well, then why didn't you say that? Why just be all cryptic with just the seatbelt? Which, by the way, are you my driving instructor? Like, are you judging everybody you date by their driving skills? Like, my
You know,
gosh.
if you're not smart enough to use protection in the car, it just makes me nervous about everything else.
Oh.
That is a bold statement about life.
That's
isn't it,
interesting.
Bridget? Wow.
Okay.
If you're that concerned about protection, why didn't you tell me to put on my seatbelt?
Yeah.
You know, I didn't want to be rude. You're an adult, and I thought you can make your own decisions. So I tried to hint at it and tell you, and you were completely oblivious.
Okay, so what? I forgot to put my seatbelt on. I'm sorry, I guess, but Jesus, that just sounds a little much to me. I mean,
Okay. I mean, I think you guys, obviously, Ivan, you have kind of hurt feelings right now. And Bridget, you didn't know he was on the phone. So it's not your fault for just being honest, like a little brutally honest.
Yeah.
But like, didn't you? I mean, it sounded like you guys connected in some ways. Like he put a lot of effort and thought into creating a romantic date for you.
Yeah, for sure. And I think if you go find like a kindergarten teacher or something, it's like a sweet girl. I think she would
also,
love
now
that. Like,
now you're insulting kindergarten teachers.
No. I'm saying somebody who's sweet and patient and can deal with, you know.
Well, I don't know anybody who can pass your standards then, because my gosh, it sounds like you're looking for, I don't know, a robot, a
Someone who
self-driving
can
car.
spell and wear their seatbelt.
Yeah, literally.
It is asking for a lot there, Bridget.
I mean,
I think you're just not my person.
Ding,
What was
What?
that?
Huh?
ding,
What's happening?
Oh, it's a
Oh.
seatbelt.
ding,
Okay.
Yeah,
are
you
you
hear
dinging?
how annoying it is?
We get it.
What are you dinging?
ding, ding,
Oh, okay.
ding.
No wonder she got annoyed.
Is this how you're getting back at her?
I think it's a diss.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Yeah, ding.
oh,
Okay.
or maybe it's the studio telling me that this is the time for me to ask. Would
It's a
you guys
ding.
like
Oh,
to would you guys like to go out on another date, Bridget? We'll pay for it.
No, you can save your money.
Ding.
Oh my God. Ivan, I'm standing up for you. Stop the dinging.
Now you spell
Ding.
I literally
mean-
want to put on a seatbelt right
I know. I feel like he's kind of funny though.
Oh,
Ivan, did you hear what she just said, or did you miss it?
I couldn't hear anything she said. All I heard was the digging.
Oh,
wow.
okay.
Yeah,
Well,
okay, Ivan.
yeah, she said no to a second date. I'm sorry, man.
Too bad. Just want to let you guys know I passed my driver's test with a perfect score, so I don't know what she said.
Okay, you show her.
Hook 'em up one time.
The spelling test, though, is a different story, isn't it, Ivan?
Ding.
Moving 92.5. 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Anybody who knows anything about me knows that one of my passions in life is being a gentleman.
That is not true at all.
Opening the door for a lady is one of the best feelings ever.
You're so full of crap
Or
right
so
now.
I hear from idiots who do that.
People should do
I
that.
thought your gentlemanness was limited to more shots.
Yeah, buying her shots.
There you go.
It's your second date update. We've got Carol on the phone right now. She emailed us saying that she went on a date with a true gentleman
That's nice.
and has no idea why he's not calling her back. Hi, Carol.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm wonderful,
Tell us about this.
milady.
Tell
That's
us,
how gentlemen speak.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell
the
us
way.
about the real gentleman in your life, not Jubal.
Well, Jubal is one of my favorite gentlemen. But
Nice.
I know, sweetheart.
Then I'm really worried about your definition of gentleman, but continue.
well, I went out with this guy Travis. You know, we met at a bar. I mean, that's pretty typical. We were doing like a trivia night thing, and he asked me out, and like on a real date, which I feel like hardly ever happens anymore. And
Yeah.
he took me out to one of those like piano bars with like the dueling pianos. Oh my God, it was so much fun. And he just was such a gentleman. Like he picked me up at my door. He opened the door for
Did he have a
me.
chariot? Did he have a chariot, Carol?
I believe it was a Toyota.
Oh.
But,
All right. So he's not that much of a gentleman.
Hey, that's a 2013 Chariot right there.
It really
efficient.
did mileage.
He started off the night on a good foot. What else did he do that really just wooed you?
Oh, he wouldn't let me pay for anything. Everywhere we went, he held the door for me. He pulled my chair out for me. He was just like so sweet the whole time. Kept asking me questions and actually like listening to me and wanting to like learn about my family. You know, I actually
Here at the
like,
piano bar. Tell me about your family. That's awesome. No,
well, like you know.
yeah.
I feel bad because I had to leave to go home because I had to work really early in the morning, but we were hitting it off so well. We were getting close, you know, and
Yeah.
I even kind of made the first move to kiss him, and I'm just really surprised I haven't heard from him.
Did you kiss him?
Yeah, Carol.
Yeah, you kind of just said you made the first move to kiss him, but
Yeah.
did you kiss him or did he turn you away and say, no, a gentleman never
Not on the first
locks
date.
lips on the first date? For you are a lady and I'm a man and I will treat you with respect.
Okay.
Or did he kiss you?
No, he kissed me, and it was a nice kiss, and I wanted to keep going, but, you know, I had to get up so early, and I think both of us just knew we had to cut it off there, and maybe that was, like, really disappointing to him.
Carol, what did he say to you at the end of the evening? Did he say, like, I'll call you tomorrow and we're definitely going to hang out again, or?
No, he just told me I looked pretty again, and that made me feel really nice, and then I was just, I guess, so caught up in the moment, I wasn't even thinking about planning our next date at that time. I just figured this is going so well, I'm totally going to hear from him.
I
Don't
think
you-
I know the problem. Normally, gentlemen communicate via carrier pigeon.
Oh, that's it.
Probably what you need to do there.
Jubal, don't you think, though, that that's really far extremes to go to just get a piece at the end of the night?
Yeah, I think so. You don't have to do all that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You could just insult the girl.
Yeah, you really don't need to put in that much work. All right, we're going to play a song. Come back, call him, and get your second date update, okay?
Thank you.
All right, hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
All right, Carol, you ready to call Travis?
Yes, I'm definitely ready.
Just to let everybody know, if you're tuning in for the second part of the second date update, Carol wants us to call a dude named Travis who was a perfect gentleman.
Oh, knight in shining armor.
Opened doors for her, held out chairs. Does that sound right? Pulled out chairs.
God, you can't even get
I don't
it right.
even know what you do.
You're such not a gentleman.
Yeah.
Can't even say it.
Is that what you do? You pull
Pull a
That
door
seems
open.
mean. You just pull out chairs while they're sitting on them?
Yeah, is that what you... Okay, whatever. He did all that stuff.
You propped the door.
Yeah, so she really liked him. At the end of the date, they shared a kiss at her door, and then he left, never to be heard from again. She's tried texting him, calling him, and can't get an answer, so we're about to call him right now.
And Carol, it sounded like this guy kind of restored your faith in men.
I mean, I felt like he was really starting to sweep me off my feet. So I know these can sometimes be, like, embarrassing, but I feel like he's really worth it.
All right, I'm going to call him right now, okay?
Okay.
A perfect gentleman like Travis, does he have a ringtone or just trumpets that sound?
They're actually bugles, Jubal?
Oh, bugles.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, can I speak to Travis, please?
Yeah, speaking.
Travis, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the Morning. I'm moving 92.5.
Oh, hi.
Listen, I know it's kind of weird for me to be calling you, but I wanted to actually talk to you for a second about a mutual friend we have.
Okay.
Her name is Carol. You went out on a date with her a little while ago?
Oh, Carol? Yeah.
Okay.
What does that mean?
What?
Huh?
What does that mean?
No, nothing. What's up?
Well, Carol's a friend of mine, and she liked the date that you guys went on.
Uh-huh.
She would love to go out on a second date. Is kind of wondering why you're not calling her back. Did she do something wrong on your date?
You know, it just didn't really come together.
It didn't come together. She said you guys kissed at the end and like you were a perfect gentleman. She had nothing but nice things to say about you.
Oh, yeah, well, you know. That's the way I roll, dog.
Oh, nice.
No, you know how it is. You got to do what you got to do, you know? I mean, when you go out on a date, you want to make a good first impression. You know, you want to get what you want out of the date.
So, all right. So you were acting like a gentleman to try to get some.
Well, I mean, me and my boys, we worked this all out. I don't want to just be giving away our trade secrets.
What?
Travis.
Who are you?
Travis. I like you, Travis.
Are you like what is happening in life right now?
Carol knows that we're going to call you.
Uh-huh.
So whatever your answer is, like, she's prepared to hear it. If it's something about her or whatever, she just wants to know if she did something wrong on your date is all.
I guess she didn't actually probably knowingly do anything wrong. I mean, it's just a sign.
What's a sign?
Dude, you are speaking like you and your boys in a plan, and there's a sign. Use like sentences that I can understand here, Travis.
I was talking to my guys, and they all have like a different set of rules for themselves when they go out on a first date. With me, it just comes down to two things. And the first thing is always date up. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Always date up.
Yeah, we always date up. Yeah.
And the second thing that is like an unbreakable rule is never date a girl wearing granny panties.
Never date a girl wearing granny panties?
What?
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
It's weird, but I kind of agree, actually.
No. How do you even know what kind of underwear this chick was wearing?
You pull out the chair, you open the door, you get a good look at that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you just got to keep it real,
I love
I
it.
can't say no granny panties, man.
Oh my God, Travis.
Travis, I should tell you now that Carol is actually on the other line and heard everything that you just said.
She's on hold on the other line?
No, I'm right here.
What?
Yeah, I heard everything you just said. That's disgusting.
Amen, girl.
Just, chill out. Take it easy.
No, you took it easy. You just put my ass on blast on the radio. What's the problem? I thought we had a nice time. You're a jerk.
It's scientifically proven from all the websites and all the books that I read, it's scientifically proven that a girl that wears granny panties is just a lot less fun than anybody who wears sexy underwear. You know what I'm saying?
You, Travis.
Hey, Travis.
That's not even a real reason. You don't even know what my situation was that day. Maybe I had to do laundry. Maybe I was having a different kind of situation.
Yeah. Amen, sister. Amen. You tell him. Sometimes you just need
I hear
comfortable
what
underwear.
you're saying, but if all you got in the drawer is granny panties, then, I just can't hang.
You don't know about what I have in my drawers. You never even took the chance to get to know me like that, so you shouldn't even be talking about what I've got going on in my pants. It's disgusting.
All I know is you're going on the first date, you want to make a good first impression, and you wore the granny panties. You feel better about yourself, but you wore the granny panties, and I just can't, I can't hang with that.
Carol.
You're a pig. All you care about is what kind of underwear I have on. You're disgusting.
Carol.
That's not all I care about, but,
Not making it better. This guy isn't supposed to be seeing your underwear on a first date. You weren't even inviting him to do that.
No, but
I will say,
guys-
as a guy, you do kind of pay attention because if a woman is wearing really, really nice underwear on her first date, usually means she's planning on you seeing them later.
What
What girl that you've dated even wears underwear?
There's been like one.
Okay.
That one time.
It was a real date. That's true. That's true. You know, I was wearing my nicest silk boxers that day. I just gotta say, you know.
I have all kinds of stuff you'll never get to see if you're going to be like that.
Oh.
I support granny panties too, by the way. Just letting everybody
Thank
know.
you.
Yeah. Hey, Travis.
Really, you support granny panties? That's terrible, man. That's terrible. Don't be telling people to wear no granny panties on the first date. That's bad advice. Don't listen.
Hey, Travis. I would love to send you out on a second date with Carol. We will pay for it. Maybe give her a second chance and see if she'll wear some better underwear for you.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, where are we going?
I don't know. Carol, do you want to go out with Travis again?
Absolutely not. That guy's disgusting.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm good.
Travis?
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for all the women listening out there? Because it sounds like you are in tune.
Ladies, please, by all means, wear your nice underwear when you go out on a first date.
You heard it from Travis.
Yeah.
It's officially law now.
Take note, ladies.
I mean, you dress nice on the outside. Why not dress nice under there, too? You never know. You never know who's looking.
I want to. You know what, Travis? I think we need to have a fashion segment with you on the show from now on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Be in. You know what?
Oh, really?
I'm gonna stop shaving my legs in protest of you, Travis.
When did you start shaving your legs?
Really?
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
I got my ticket.
Today, Russell is on the phone for a second date, and he didn't give me much detail in the email that he sent in, but I'm guessing that he hooked up on the first date because all he said was his date only lasted a minute. So, congratulations, Russell. Sounds successful to me, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God, is that really true?
Sounds like it is.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't literally like a minute. It was like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah,
They're not
that's what
talking about
That's what every man says, okay, afterwards.
Yeah,
You
they're
put a
asking-
timer on that thing, and that is not true.
Get it, though.
Yeah, they're asking if you actually hooked up on your first date.
Yes.
No. So we made it as far as like sitting down for dinner, and then it was over.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fully
that makes-
Sorry,
closed,
I
fully
thought
closed.
I thought it was more clear on that very easy joke there, Russell, but I
Yeah.
guess not. Before we get into your actual date, tell us about the girl you want to call today. What's her name?
Her name is Tanya.
Ooh,
Tanya.
You said it like that, like you still like her a lot. I mean, obviously you're calling us. Where did you meet Tanya?
The jewelry part of the department store.
What?
I needed to buy a new watch because I was late for work a lot.
And so you needed a watch.
I've been late like 5 times. It's kind of embarrassing, but so I needed a watch, and I was browsing at the mall, and I went into this place, and as soon as I walked in, Tanya, like, I saw her out of the corner of my eye, and I looked over, and she smiled at me. I don't know.
You're getting flustered.
Anyway, I'm looking at, like, trying to find the cheapest watches, and I never go into a place like that, so I'm kind of clueless.
They were all expensive? There wasn't a cheap section for you?
I ended up going through a whole routine with her, so I found the cheap section, and then she walked me to the expensive section, and
Of course, like a good salesperson.
yeah, but it didn't feel like that, honestly. It felt like she really, I don't know, sometimes you feel like a person just sees you.
Yeah.
That's a nice thing to say.
So she was a good salesperson. She confused you into thinking that she actually cared about you, not just selling you a product.
Oh my God, you guys, they went
was
on a
nice.
date. She obviously cared about him, like,
I don't
right?
think they
Like,
did go on a date. It was...
did you ask her out?
Yeah, I did ask her out. I ended up buying like a $400 watch.
Whoa!
Oh, damn.
Just to impress her?
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, just to impress her. I didn't need it, and she wasn't pushing it on me. I just bought it.
Is it
Oh
a
my
chain
God.
department store so you could take it back at another location?
I could. I haven't worn it yet, actually. Well, I have worn it actually. But that's later.
Okay.
So
That's later. Oh, we're gonna get into where you've worn the watch to later, huh?
yeah. So she's ringing me up, and she said, "Okay, thanks," and just like kept looking at me like there was more to say, and so I just asked her out.
Good for you. Is
Okay.
that, I mean, it sounds like that's not something you normally do.
Yeah, it sounds pretty
Not
bold.
really. No. She was just so nice.
Okay,
Oh,
and
that's
obviously
rad.
she said yes. So
She did. She said yes.
what'd you guys do on your date?
We met for dinner, and I got there a little earlier than her, so I put in the reservation.
Mhm.
And then she came into the lobby, and we had a nice little quick hug. And then we walk to the table, and we sit down, and as she sits down, she, like, rips this huge fart.
Oh, no. On purpose?
It was clearly not on purpose.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
what
thought,
woman
maybe,
is going to do that on purpose
Hey, I
on
don't
a
know.
first date?
Maybe she's a
Jubal?
jokester.
No.
You know?
Was she mortified?
She was mortified. It totally announced our arrival to the whole restaurant.
Oh my God, that loud?
It was that bad, huh?
Oh, it was, everybody turned and looked.
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, I feel embarrassed just hearing this story.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh my God. Is that why she left? You said she left right away.
She used herself to the bathroom right away. Before I even had a chance to say anything.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you. Did you call attention to it?
I didn't. Well, I mean, I laughed just impulsively.
Oh, you did?
Because I didn't think it was going to make her run away screaming. But in retrospect, it was clearly kind of a mortifying moment.
Right.
How is that in retrospect? That should be like very clear in the moment. If you're farting when you're sitting down and the restaurant turns and stares at you.
To be fair, when somebody farts, you laugh. That's just kind of the first thing that happens.
my
Yeah,
God.
it does just kind of happen.
You should have claimed it yourself to say
I
her.
know, but
Well,
like,
I didn't think it was a big deal. Anyway, she clearly did.
Okay,
yeah.
So she went to the bathroom, and I'm waiting, and she just never comes back.
Oh, poor girl.
I eventually asked the waitress if she'll go into the ladies' room and check for her. And so she went and checked, and she wasn't there, and I never ordered dinner, and I just left, and I felt like an idiot.
Oh, that's
All right, so
sad.
a bad fart killed your date.
Oh, man.
Why haven't you gone back to the department store to check on her? Well, not check on her, I guess. Ask her out again and tell her everything's like, are you okay? That sounded really unhealthy.
No, I've gone back, and a couple times she wasn't working, and then there were a couple times where she was working, and she was busy with customers, and I was like, one time I hid behind a rack of clothes, and
That's weird.
anyway, I didn't know what to say. What am I supposed to do? Go up to her and be like, hey, it's okay that you farted?
Yes,
Yeah, I
yes,
think
that's
so.
exactly what you should say. Absolutely.
Loudly in front of
No.
everybody.
You've got to address the elephant in the room, right?
Well, because what am I supposed to do? Just in front of all the other customers say that? Or
Well, I know you ask her like, hey, do you have a second to talk? And you guys walk off the sales floor somewhere else.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. But it was just, I don't know. Maybe I was embarrassed myself, and I don't know. It kind of took a lot just to even ask her out in the first place. I just don't hope she doesn't feel mad at me because I laughed. Or
She might. Maybe that's why she's not calling you back. All right, we'll play a song and then come back and call her and get your second date, okay?
Great, thanks.
Yep, hang on. In the middle of a second date, and if you're just joining us, Russell is on the phone and he wants to call Tanya. He met her while he was shopping for a watch at a department store, liked her so much that he actually bought a $400 watch and then asked her out on a date. She agreed to go on a date. They met for dinner, but the date didn't last very long. Am I forgetting an important detail?
How could you forget?
That's right. She farted very loudly while she sat down at the table, then excused herself, and that's the last Russell has ever heard from Tanya. So we're about to get her on the phone and find out if the fart is the reason that she's not calling him back.
Russell, this could really backfire. I mean, if she's so embarrassed about that fart where everyone in the restaurant turned and looked at her, probably calling her out publicly about it is maybe not the best route to take.
Well, we're doing it now, so...
I hope that we can make her feel like, hey, totally normal body function, not the best timing, you shouldn't be embarrassed, right? That's our goal here.
Exactly, that's the primary goal.
Okay.
Make her feel okay, and then the secondary goal, if I get everything I want, would be that she would go out with me.
Yeah.
Because I really liked her.
Maybe if you get enough dates, you can get her back to your house and she can fart on your couch
Oh,
while you're watching Netflix. All right, I'm going to dial her phone number. Here we go. Hey.
I'm going to say there's a 99% chance that Jose knows the woman on the phone with us for a second date.
Oh, nice. Hey, Mom. Hey, I love you.
No, it's going to be some listener that you had a one-night thing with, and she's mad.
When I say he knows her, I mean she's a model on Instagram.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
And
Okay.
Sorry, I shouldn't just say Instagram model,
Yeah.
because apparently she does work in magazines and other publications all over the world.
Oh, cool.
Her name's Lisa, and she emailed the show saying she just had the wildest first date of her life. And she needs help getting back in touch with the guy. So, Lisa, we'll get to your wild date in just a second. But first things first, why haven't you responded to any of Jose's DMs?
Thank you, Jeff. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Jose. I have a lot of DMs all the time.
Okay,
Oh
but
my
that's why
God.
you're calling, though, to talk to me right now, right? You just called?
This is your response to him.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'll try talking to you when I have more time.
That hurt.
She's playing hard to get with you, Jose. I would say keep trying.
Thanks, bro.
How are you a hot model and you need our help in the dating world? I thought that just comes easy to you people.
First red flag.
I mean, it comes easy, but I'm prone to making mistakes.
Okay.
Oh, even better, you're a clumsy model. I mean, this is what romantic comedies live for.
Absolutely. And this could be a confidence boost to everybody on this show. So go ahead and tell us about the guy that you want us to call today and where you met him.
Yeah, well, this is a pretty crazy story. It actually all happened a few weeks ago when I was in Cabo St. Lucas for like this modeling gig that I had going on.
You were good at Spanish too, aren't you?
Cabo St. Lucas. Apparently,
I went to Cabo.
when you're a model, you don't need to know where you're taking photos.
All
You
right.
just need to take off your clothes and then get in front of that camera.
So you're in Mexico for a shoot, is what you're saying?
Exactly. And I had such like a beautiful place to stay, and I was just getting settled in my room when I walked onto my patio and I saw this beyond handsome guy.
Oh, okay.
Dude,
Okay.
yes.
Oh, okay.
So you're standing out there pretending to look at the view when really you're spying on him, trying to figure out if there's a woman in the room with him.
I mean, I was just in awe of the way he looked. Like, I take good care of myself, but this guy just had such natural beauty to him.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So you hopped the balcony.
Yeah. How did you start the interaction between you and this guy? What is his name, by the way?
His name is Ryan.
Okay, so how did you and Ryan start interacting?
I definitely wanted to introduce myself, and I did right away. We started talking. I even invited him into my room just to chat. We didn't do anything at that point, but we were just chatting.
So wait, this guy's single on top of being hot and right next to you?
Yes.
Oh, my.
Wow.
What's going on?
I don't know what kind of gods you prayed to at some point, but you got all the good genes, and they even placed a hot guy next to you.
So you and Ryan are in your hotel room together, and what happens?
Well, we set all these different activities for us to do together. I mean, I was working a lot, but every time I wasn't working, I made sure that I was spending time with him.
Oh,
I like that.
I just think that's so crazy. So you guys are just like, you start talking and you connect. You're both there by yourselves, essentially. And you're what, taking some dune buggies out in the Mexican
You have
rainforest?
no idea. Oh, it was awesome. But like I said, I'm prone to mistakes. And by the end, things just went downhill, unfortunately.
I feel like your downhill isn't downhill.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, what happened? You get a pimple?
No, it was actually totally my fault. I kind of hooked up with my photographer.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
geez.
That tends to happen.
Yeah.
What did he hear? How did he find out?
Well, I'm an honest person, so I just went up to him and I told Ryan that that's what happened, and I apologized. And I hope that we could have moved past it, but unfortunately, no. Like, he felt the same way that I felt about him, and he was really crushed, and he stopped talking to me.
Aw, yeah. Well, and I feel like
Well,
the
and it's
model and the photographer, that
you were
always
dating.
happens.
Well, yeah, right. You weren't dating. You weren't in a relationship. And you didn't owe it to him to tell him, like, I slept with my photographer. Like, you guys had no commitment at that
Still
point.
not fun to hear.
Oh, and yeah, what happened with the photographer? Like, how did that happen? Is it a male photographer? Is it a female
Oh my
photographer?
God, Jeffrey, are you just trying to live out whatever
question.
I just want to
fantasy?
know the circumstances.
Great question.
Yeah, it's a male photographer.
Oh, okay.
I'd known him for a few years. I'd worked with him on other shoots before. We've just been really close, and we have fun together. And I didn't really think much of it when it happened, but
So is that something that happens a lot? You hook up with a lot of the photographers just casually because you're friends?
It happens in modeling.
In the modeling world?
Yeah, and working is really stressful. Like, the days are very long, and even though everything looks so glamorous when you see the end product, it's a lot harder than it looks.
How come none of us hook up after long, hard days of work?
I was just going to say, I'm always stressed out at the end of radio, and, well, I have slept with many people.
Okay. So it
maybe I
pans
get
out.
it.
All right,
Yeah.
so sorry. So let's bring it back to you and Ryan. You told Ryan about the photographer, and he was upset. How did you guys leave things?
On a really bad note. Like, he stopped talking to me. He went his own way. He completely ignored me, and I had to leave pretty quickly after that. So once I got home, I just kept thinking about Ryan, and I knew that he's the type of guy that I wanted to be with, and I could potentially even see myself marrying him one day, and I felt like I ruined the whole situation.
So do you guys live anywhere close to each other?
Well, semi-close, but not exactly in the same city.
Okay. So there is a chance for you to see each other, I guess, is my question.
Yeah, if he'll let me.
Or until my next photo shoot in the Galapagos. So he shows up, it'll be crazy.
He must be beautiful if he's got a model begging to see him again. And he's just like, eh.
All right, Lisa, we're going to try and help you out with this. We're going to play a song.
Okay.
We're going to come back. While that's happening, Jose and I are going to go out into the hallway, and we're going to look up your photos on Instagram.
Yeah, you just gotta follow.
Just because we're very thorough in our work here. We want to know the people that we're working with. And when we come back, we'll make your second date phone call
And
to
if
Ryan.
this doesn't work out, I'm still here, baby.
I'm
free to block them.
I'm glad she found two men she can trust.
That's right. You can trust us. We're going to do it right after this. Hold on, okay?
Okay.
If you're just joining us for the second date, we're on the phone with Lisa, whose two favorite things to do in life are modeling in exotic locations around the world and listening to our morning show.
Wow. What a combination.
You don't hear that every day.
Just like all models.
That's right.
Yes.
And Lisa, I got to tell you, we've been getting texts to our message board already calling you a cheater. But I feel like I need to clarify here because it's not like you were in a relationship with this guy, Ryan, who you met while you were in Mexico. You just went out on some exotic dates with him there, hooked up with your photographer once in between, and then Ryan got upset about that. Man, you're right. Being a model is busy.
Oh, very hard to fit it all in the schedule.
I don't know how you do it,
Hook up with
Lisa.
in paradise.
Yes. So many options.
So hard.
But you said you and Ryan didn't leave things on the best note. And ever since you've gotten back, you have not been able to get a hold of him, right?
Yeah, it's been really difficult for me because I'm just thinking about everything that I could have done better in that situation. So I really want to get him back.
Well, you can also think about what he could have done better, right? Like, you were super honest, which is a good sign from somebody because you
That's
didn't
true.
have to tell him.
That's really true.
I
I
would
didn't think
not
of
have.
that.
I mean, you didn't
You're
owe him
blaming
anything.
Ryan in this?
No, I'm just saying, like, he could have acted like an adult too. Like, they're not in a relationship. It's like
sounds a
that's
little
what
sensitive.
dating is.
Yes.
right.
Figuring out how it's the guy's fault all the time. That is dating.
I
I'm
think
just
I'm
saying.
in between.
I think there's hope. That's all I'm saying.
There is.
And don't take all the blame.
Okay, as long as you haven't hooked up with the photographer again after Mexico.
Why
Did
would
that happen,
matter?
Lisa?
This guy's not even talking to her.
I'm saying it's not going to help her case if she continues to hook up with the
Don't
photographer.
say anything. Don't answer this question.
Thank you. Thank you.
She's
I haven't hooked up with him, so don't worry about that.
Good.
I'm just really, really hoping this will work out.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll
But
focus on
it'd be
Ryan.
fine if you did. But okay.
Okay.
All right.
Brooke,
Now,
calm down.
I think we're ready. We're going to dial Ryan's phone number and try and get your second date. Are you ready, Lisa?
I'm ready.
Okay,
Oh.
here we
Good
go.
luck.
Hello.
Hi, is this Ryan?
This is him. Yes.
Okay.
He does sound hot.
Brooke, I apologize. That's my female co-host. Her name's Brooke.
Hi, Ryan.
You're on a morning radio show called Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning right now.
Desperate, bro.
No, I'm just.
And just so you know, Ryan, she is married.
Oh yeah, I don't want you at all.
She's trying to act like she don't care.
I've just never been
Hard
around
to
so
get.
many beautiful people all at one time.
Hey, what are you talking about?
Us.
That was unnecessary and
Okay.
rude. Okay, Ryan, I'm sorry. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
So we're doing something on our show called a second date. Have you ever heard of anything like that before?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, most hot people haven't heard of it. So
Oh, hey.
this checks out.
Yeah, we're for the uggos only.
Yeah, and the reason that we're calling you hot a lot, Ryan, is because one of our listeners, Lisa, told us that you were.
No, she said you were beautiful. I mean, if we were gonna say,
Yeah.
if we're gonna be specific, she said
Okay.
you're a beautiful man.
Can you confirm?
I can just say I appreciate the compliment.
Okay, there we go.
That's what beautiful people say.
Yeah, it is.
Didn't phase him.
No, he's like,
Hearing
oh,
it.
God,
You
here
see
we
that-
go.
You hear that laugh too,
Yeah.
right?
It's like, yeah, I am.
So,
Yeah.
obviously, you remember Lisa from Mexico, right? She was a model, and you guys stayed in the same hotel?
It sounds like you guys went on a lot of adventures together.
And afterwards, you're not responding to any of her texts or her phone calls. And she's wondering why.
I honestly don't know how much I could tell you guys, to be honest with you.
I mean, if it has to do with Lisa, she's a pretty open book, and she listens to our show all the time. I mean, she knows that when you participate in a second date, there could be information that is shared that maybe isn't the most flattering.
Did she tell you what she did?
Yeah.
And yeah, she told us who
You mean-
she did.
Yeah. Who? Are you talking about the photographer hookup?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but you guys weren't, and you weren't dating. Like, we can understand both sides. You can see her side too. She's in Cabo.
I understand what you're saying, but it was a very intense moment, and it was we were falling for each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
So
can see why it hurts, man.
it felt like you guys had a relationship, even though you had just met.
Correct.
Like when you have
Okay.
that connection, you're
Yeah.
right. It's almost like you've known her forever. When people say that all the time.
So you're saying that you feel betrayed by her, you don't trust her?
Yeah, I'm in a very pivotal point in my life right now, and I can't have somebody that's not 100% with me on my side. I might be rash, but I need to have the right kind of people around me.
I support that, bro. That's a mature thing to say, actually.
Is that an invitation? Because I am so down, bro. I'm on your side wherever you want to go. You want to go to Cabo, Tokyo, wherever.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Ryan, you just can't look past the whole she slept with her photographer thing. There's no way for you to work past that.
That is a piece to the puzzle, yes.
Is there more to the puzzle?
In vague terms, I can tell you that I recently sold my company. I'm involved in tech, and I was paid very handsomely to hand over the rights to my company. And it felt like I was pulling on the universal cord, and I was supposed to be there at that moment and at that time. And when we met each other, that's what I was feeling. And then when she told me she slept with a photographer that she had known, I need to be guarded with myself, and especially with the kind of money that we're talking about. I don't want to be around people that I can't trust.
Dude, he's got at least $1,000.
I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Handsome and rich.
I feel like a lot of people hook up with whoever though until you say not to. I mean, is that just me? Like,
Yeah, but when you're rich, like what he's saying is he's got to protect everything around him. He has to trust everyone by him.
I know.
because
I
they
could
can take advantage.
honestly, I could argue both sides. I could argue why you should be together and why you shouldn't be together.
I think you're good doing your own thing, bro. I like your decision.
This is not
So-
very helpful.
Are
that's
you
the point of our call.
Are you saying that there is no chance that you could ever change your mind, even if she was to tell you directly that she's 100% in with you?
Yeah, it's one of those things that it's always going to come up in my head. I have to be honest with that. And I'll never fully trust her, and I can't hold her hostage to me not trusting her in a relationship.
Well, maybe this will,
feel you, bro.
Ryan, maybe this will make you trust her more, because I need to tell you she's been secretly listening on the other line, and she wants to talk to you.
No, that doesn't help.
It doesn't? Lisa, come on.
Hi, Ryan. I've been thinking about you a lot, and I felt really bad about what I did to you. But that was just a mistake, okay? I was just in the heat of the moment. I'm not always like that. I have so much more to me than that. And we had such a good time together. I don't know why you have to throw that all away.
Yeah.
I don't believe it was me that threw it away. I think it was your decision making, and
Wow.
you knew that at the time. And you decided, hey, I could be happy with somebody and potentially grow a genuine relationship with them, or I could sleep around. You chose to sleep around.
You can't forgive me for one thing. You sound like you've been hurt by someone else before. Or you have mommy issues. I don't know.
Mommy issues. It is like, Ryan, you're putting a lot of pressure on this. It wasn't, I know you guys had this crazy connection, but it wasn't a relationship yet. I mean, how many days did you guys hang out together?
It was 4 days total.
I mean,
4 days spending every hour together, possibly? That's like...
Not every hour, there's the stuff in the...
That's right. There was the 2
Yeah.
hours with the photographer, but I mean, that's a lot of time spent building a connection with someone, putting your trust into somebody. I can see what he's saying.
But sometimes maybe she's scared. Maybe she's like, whoa, this is so much so fast. And in her mind, maybe it was too much and she just wanted to ruin it. People are scared of that type of intense commitment. And maybe she just needed a minute to breathe before she was ready to move on with you,
Breathe
Ryan.
very, very heavily for a few seconds.
Yeah, Ryan, you should really put yourself in someone else's shoes for once. Everything was moving very fast with you. Yeah. So don't expect you're going to get some big commitment from me. Like right now, I want us to take the time to grow with each other, but like, just give me a chance.
What do you say, Ryan?
You're not going to find anybody better.
Well, okay.
That's not a good line.
Let's delete. Just pretend you didn't hear that last line. But Ryan, she's owning up to it. She's trying to be honest with you.
She does need to work on her apologizing. I agree.
Yeah. You're not willing to give her one more shot to prove to you that she's the type of woman that you deserve.
My relationships need to be sound. So that being said, I can't agree to seeing you any further.
Aw.
So
Didn't work out for a beautiful
You
person.
sell a company and you're too good for models.
I'm sorry, Lisa. I guess we're not going to get a second date for you here.
I have a feeling you'll bounce back.
Yeah,
me too.
Yeah, I hope so. This is so disappointing, but whatever. Like, I'll get better. It's not a big deal.
Hilarious Jose. I have a blue check mark.
Yeah, and make sure to call your photographer after this. I'm sure he'll know what to say to you to make you feel better.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, there we go.
That was easy enough.
There it is.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
On the phone today, we got a guy named Paul who's not getting a call back after his date. And his email says that he took a woman to the zoo
Oh, that's a cute date.
for
I
their
like
date.
that.
Paul, before we get into the second date update, I just want to check with you. She's of age, correct?
Oh, my God.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Okay, I'm just making sure, Paul.
Yeah, she's totally legal, man.
Okay, cool. I
Okay.
just don't know a lot of full-grown adults just going to the zoo, but whatever. First of all, where'd you meet her, Paul?
I met her at a special place called Tinder.
Oh, okay. I'm already going to give you props for coming up with a creative date idea off of a Tinder date.
Yeah, that's how you do it. You've got the animals going, puts you in the mood.
I don't know.
Okay,
I
now
don't know
this
about all that.
took a dark turn.
Yeah, you guys know what I mean. Animals. You got the monkey house. You got, sometimes you come across a couple bears and they're doing their thing. And you just kind of give them a little nudge and you just kind of, do a wink. And
Throw a little wink to the bear like, yeah, you know what I'm doing here, man. Come over here, smile for us. Maybe you can get me lucky later.
So what was it like seeing your Tinder date for the first time?
First good sign, right, is we meet up and she looks better than her pictures.
Oh, cool.
Because I've been in a couple of these things and, you come across and it's like they're either heavier or they got like bad hair and it's kind of a bummer.
Bad hair, huh?
I like hair, it's long, it smells good, you can play with it.
Right.
I'm all about, it's the animal thing. I don't know. It's just,
Okay, I'm scared to be with you at the zoo if I'm her.
Yeah.
Oh, no. You shouldn't be scared. It's all good.
Okay. All right.
Wait,
You've convinced me.
Did she seem pleasantly surprised by you when she first saw you?
I think so. I try to keep an honest appearance on Tinder, The only thing I can maybe is like, so my friends call me Dumps.
Dumps?
Dumps?
Yeah, Dumps. And I'm a sanitation man. Don't call me garbage man. Sanitation man.
Okay.
All right.
Sanitation
Yeah.
professional.
So Dumps is your nickname?
Yeah, Dumps is my nickname. And, sometimes I'm like a little bit, I hope I didn't smell. I was working earlier, in the morning. So, but I think I was all good. That's the only thing I can really think of in terms of my appearance.
Oh, dude.
Oh, my God. I don't feel like you should be the judge on what you smell like.
Yeah, you can't even smell it anymore.
Right.
I keep a lot of car air fresheners in my car, so,
Oh,
I try to.
So tell us about your date at the zoo. How was it?
I mean, we had a really good time overall. What she wanted to see and what I wanted to see matched up pretty well. And I have like an odd taste, with animals. Like we went to the snake house.
All right. So you like the snakes?
Yeah, I like the snakes. She liked the snakes.
Nice.
That was fun. We slithered through there. Then we went over to the. You guys know those what are they called? The Chupacabra, you know, the
capybara.
Oh, capybara.
They're like the big rats. Those big rat things.
Yeah. Well, I don't like to call them rats, but yeah, they're big and they're just weird and they're crawling around and I think she liked that one too. I think like she was into it.
All right, so you wowed her with your unusual animal choices at the zoo.
Yeah, I was saving the big thing for last. We were gonna go see the sloth.
Oh,
I mean,
who doesn't love the sloths?
Dude, super cute.
Right, they're so cute. And they're just like chilling about, and they're furry and all that. And that was like that was gonna be my big finish.
That was your big dismount to the date. Go check out the sloth. Okay.
But the thing is, like, we get there and they closed it off for like for the next couple hours. And I tried talking to the guy that was like, because they closed it off. So I found this dude that was working there, and he said they're feeding them.
Okay.
Oh, that would have been so awesome to see.
Exactly. That's what I was telling him, and, I got a little worked up probably.
What do you mean worked up? Are you like yelling at the dude because the sloth exhibit is closed?
I don't know about yelling, but I definitely made him feel really bad for not letting us in.
All right, so you were kind of being a jerk, it sounds like.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought I was being the good guy there because, I have a date with me. I even offered him some money. I thought we could get in there on the sly.
Wow.
Watch them feed.
It's like you're at a fancy restaurant trying to get that window table.
Yeah, exactly. But the guy was all not about that. He was like, he's going to lose his job or something. I don't know, man. I think it's a big con. They lure you into these zoos, these sloths, and then they just break your heart.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you right now that, like, 99% sure that yelling at the sloth dude is probably the reason you're not getting a call back.
Yeah, well, it's their fault, man.
No matter what.
I just think that I think we finished it off pretty well, though. We kind of gathered ourselves, and it was closing down, and she just didn't really seem like she wanted to be in the zoo anymore. I thought, all right, because you see, the sloths were supposed to kind of chill us out. My plan was sloths, then go to my car, listen to some tunes,
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Like, you see all the other exciting stuff. You go chill with the sloth that mellows you out. You go back to your car, listen to some jazz or something. I don't know.
Yeah, like roll the seats back a little bit,
What?
Okay.
Are you kidding? She's not in high school anymore. You confirmed that at the beginning of this. No one wants to make out in your car, man.
Well, okay, but it was pretty nice. We listened to some jams, and we didn't really kiss or anything because I didn't really want to make that move. I was still a little. I was trying to hang,
Yeah, well, you want to seem respectful too. It's a first date. Maybe you don't want to rush in. You've already done a lot.
Yeah. And then, then she wanted to go back to her car, so I let her out, and,
You let her out? You didn't have her locked up inside of your car, did you?
No, I didn't lock her up. I mean, our doors were locked, but she could have left. I wasn't, keeping her in there.
Okay.
And I got to say, I can't believe she got in the car to begin with. So maybe you were doing something more right than I'm giving you. I'm serious. After a guy yelled and it smells bad, I wouldn't get in the car. So you may have been doing something more right than I expected.
I think so, too. Yeah, don't underestimate me. That's not my first rodeo. I have taken a girl to a rodeo before. That was very good.
All right, well, we'll maybe get into that another time. But right now, let's handle this date, okay? What's her name?
Her name's Heather.
Heather. Okay, we'll play a song, come back, and call Heather and get your second date update, all right?
All right.
All right, man, hang on.
Thank you.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
If you're just joining us for today's second date update, Dumps is on the phone with us. His real name is Paul. His nickname is Dumps because he works sanitation, and he's not getting a call back today from a girl named Heather who he took to the zoo. Now, in the interest of saving time, I won't go over the list of things he thinks went wrong on his date because there's a lot to it. Am I right, Dumps?
I mean, two things we nailed down, but yeah.
Two things nailed down.
I mean, I know that I probably should not have yelled at the sloth guy.
Yeah, if you missed it. One thing on Paul's date, he got very upset because the sloth exhibit was closed, so he caused a scene by arguing with one of the employees and trying to get it opened back up so he could show his date the sloth.
I thought it would have been classy, but see that.
I agree. A sloth is a classy animal, and it would have been nice for you to share that with her.
Yeah.
Did she want to see the sloth or did you?
Who doesn't want to see a sloth?
Right, yeah.
See?
Good point.
This
Okay.
guy.
Yeah, there it is.
Well, I'm going to dial her phone number right now, see if we can get her on the phone and find out why she's not calling you back, okay?
All right, cool.
All right, here we go, man.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Heather, please?
Yes, this is me.
Hey, Heather, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Oh, my God.
What's up?
So you listen.
Is this about dumps?
Whoa.
Yes,
You
it
listen a
is
lot.
about dumps.
I had a feeling you guys would be calling, considering he told me that if I didn't answer his text messages, he was going to contact you guys.
Shut
Oh,
up.
wow, are you serious?
He threatened a second date update on you?
That's a first.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
All right, well, then I guess you were prepared for this phone call.
Wow.
Yeah.
We talked to Dumps a little bit about your date, and yeah, he's wondering why you don't want to see him again.
I mean, where do you want me to begin?
Yeah.
I'm assuming. Let's start here. What has he told you?
Well, he told us that you guys met on Tinder and that he took you to the zoo.
Yeah, that was the only good part of the date.
That was it?
Like going to the zoo, or just the idea of going to the zoo?
No, I liked the idea of going to the zoo, but I mean, did he tell you his fascination with snakes?
Mm-hmm.
He told us that he liked the snakes a lot, yeah. I mean, it sounds like he likes every animal at the zoo.
Totally.
Really.
Well, I mean, specifically with the snakes, other than the awkward jokes he kept making about the sizes of snakes, he was banging on glass, yelling, "Wake up, snake!"
Yeah. He painted it as a joint passion that you both shared.
Yeah, I love animals, don't get me wrong, but I'm definitely not as big on like mating with rituals and weird conversation he apparently likes to have. Did he tell you that he got in an argument while we were at the zoo?
Yeah. He told us that you guys went to the sloth exhibit and it wasn't open, and so he complained and maybe made a scene.
Maybe made a scene?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He threatened to fight the guy.
What?
Really?
Because they closed down the exhibit for the sloths?
Yes, and it wasn't like it was closed for the rest of the night. I mean, it was just simply closed for that time period, and he threatened to fight him. I mean, I walked away.
Yeah, I don't
Wow.
blame you. But, I mean, here's the thing for me. Like, that sounds awful, but then he said that you got into his car and listened to music with him.
I met him there, and I had to park pretty far away because it was crowded. So the only reason I got in his car is because he offered to take me to my car, and it was late at night. It was dark outside.
Oh, all right. So you weren't like, hey, mister, let's sit in your car for a little while. I'd love that.
No, I had no idea that getting a ride to my car was going to entail sitting in his car while he awkwardly played what he called chill music.
I'm guessing it wasn't chill by your description.
Absolutely not. I mean, I don't even know what to call it. I don't know. He asked me if I wanted to hear the greatest hits, and then he put on his own band.
Whoa, he has a band too? He didn't tell us that.
Well,
yeah, he said they were taking a hiatus, but this supposedly was his greatest hit.
Oh, he's got a band that already has a greatest hits album.
Compilation album.
Yeah.
Apparently.
How would you describe his music? Just wondering.
Honestly, I'd probably compare his band to that of his nickname and job.
Dumps?
Just garbage.
Just bad, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, to be honest, I really couldn't wait to get out of there. It's the worst date I've ever had.
Wow. The worst date ever.
Yeah.
Number one.
But memorable.
Oh, it's definitely a story for the book.
Hey, Heather, I bet you he'd be excited to know that he left a mark in your dating life because he's actually on the other line listening right now and wants to talk to you.
I had a feeling that's how this was going to
Hey,
go.
Heather. What's up, baby?
Baby.
Dumps, why are you doing this?
Because I told you that if you don't get back to me, I would have to bring in some reinforcements to help me out here. Because what's up? I thought we had a good time.
Normal people don't do that.
Yes, they do. There's a lot of normal people that do this.
Yeah,
There was a reason I wasn't replying. You knew this.
Well-
You knew our date did not go well.
I thought it went really well. And a lot of what you're telling me has been a surprise because, first of all, I thought my jokes were hilarious. You were laughing at them.
You kept winking at me after every joke.
Well, yeah, it winks at you, so you know when the joke's done, so you know when to laugh. I was making it easier for you.
Honestly, your jokes were painful.
Well, that hurts. I'll say that.
All right, so she didn't like your sense of humor, Dumps.
But what about, I thought I proved myself out there for you. I thought you'd be proud of me standing up for you, trying to see the sloths. I know you love sloths.
Because you threatened to beat up a zookeeper, you want me to be proud of you?
I'd beat up any zookeeper for you, Heather.
He was doing his job. He was feeding the animals. That's normal.
And I was doing my job of trying to get you into the sloth cage. And you love the sloth.
I don't care. It's just a sloth.
What do you mean it's just the sloths? Like when we first got there, you kept talking about the sloths. In the snake cage, you were talking about the sloths. In the capybara, you were talking about the sloths.
No, I wasn't. Just drop the sloth, okay? Stop talking about sloths.
But they're so damn cute.
It is true, Heather.
But Dubs, I feel like you're not listening to anything she's saying. Like you're arguing every point of how miserable she was. She knows how she feels.
Look, guys, she's just lying to you. She loved the sloths, or she would have loved the sloths, but she's just in denial about it.
The date was a disaster. Nobody is lying. I am trying to be honest with you.
Whatever, Heather. I promise you, if you go on another date with me, I'm going to get us into the sloth cage.
Wow. Heather, what do you think about that? Would you like a second date with Paul? We'll pay for it.
Hey,
We'll
man.
pay for your entry into the zoo. Maybe you can see the sloths this time.
It's going to be hard to turn down.
No, I don't want to see dumps. I don't want to see sloths. I don't want to go to the zoo. I'm sorry.
What about the aquarium?
Don't.
About the aquarium. Heather, that's on the table now, too, the aquarium.
No, thank you.
Dude, Heather's going to be the only person on the planet after all this that hates sloths.
Are we done here? I'm sorry. This has just been a huge waste of time for me.
Yeah, we're done. I'm sorry, Dumps. No date.
Oh, it's all right, man. I mean, this is just gonna fuel my music. That's really where my heart's at right now.
All right. Hey,
yeah.
You know what, dude? Send me a demo of the music you were showing her. I can put it on the radio. I'll give it to my program director here. And then I'll actually give you his cell phone number, and you can call him about your music.
Such an a-hole.
Thank you.
No problem.
Yeah, it has real good, Icelandic vibe, you know?
Yeah,
All right.
that's what we're looking for.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.
Text in at 78592 that says, where do these women meet these creepy dudes? I don't know if he's that creepy. I'm talking about today's second date update, but definitely he's an eccentric dude.
Interesting. I would call him dumb.
In case you missed it. Paul wanted to call a girl named Heather. Paul goes by the nickname Dumps because he works in sanitation. That's what his buddies call him. They went to the zoo, and he was curious why she wasn't calling back. When they were at the zoo, he actually attempted to fight one of the employees because the sloth was feeding at the time they went to go check out the sloth, and it was really important to him that they see the sloth. Actually, he thought it was really important to her, but it wasn't that important. And then they ended the date by sitting in his car and listening to music from his own band.
Yeah.
Even though she didn't even want to be sitting in his car, he was like, I'll give you a ride to your car since you're on the other side of the parking lot. And they just sat there listening to his music. So, yeah, she just thought Dumps was an all-around weird guy and didn't want to go out with him again.
I do like that he thought that the zookeeper would be like, oh, you're on a first date and you're upset about the sloth exhibit? Yeah. Let me hold off on their feeding for you.
Yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
You just threatened to punch me? Oh, come see all the sloths.
You guys want to come back here? Yeah, you can feed the sloth if you want. Remember, if you want to do a second date update, all you have to do is email the show, and we will call the person who didn't call you back.
Moving 92.5. Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
You want to know if you're absolutely terrible at dating? We can help you with that with the second date update. It's Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5. We have Cameron on the phone right now. Cameron, how are you?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Now, your email said that you met a girl named Julia through friends. I do want to point out that your email also said it felt like she just got you.
Aww.
It sounds cornier when you say it out loud. I did feel like she got me. Like, I thought we had a connection.
What'd you guys do during your date?
We went down to like Pioneer area, sort of Safeco area. That whole area is blown up. I love that district.
Okay.
We had dinner down there, and I was gregarious and fun, and she laughed at my jokes.
If I don't say so myself,
Wow,
I was
Cameron.
outgoing and hilarious. But then again, I'm just doing what Cameron does. I'm not making fun of you. I'm sorry. So anyway, you felt like she had a good time. She was laughing at your jokes. You had a good dinner with her.
Yeah,
Okay.
she was giving me good signs.
Okay, like she was maybe like touching your arm or.
Well, okay, not exactly that.
Oh.
right.
But when I dropped her off, we did have a steamy makeout session.
Okay.
nice.
Okay. So there was
Okay.
physical contact. She's
Yeah.
into it.
How'd the date end?
I'm trying to think back if she sort of said, "Hey, nice to meet you," or if she was like, "Hey, let's talk soon." I can't exactly remember, but I felt like if I were to text her the next day, she would
Right.
respond. I waited a few days,
Okay.
How many days?
5 days. I waited until the following weekend, like
All right.
Friday, and I sent her a text.
That's a long time.
5 days does seem like a long time. It seems like if I were a girl, it sounds like a starting of a song. If I were a girl, anyway. But I would think 5 days, like maybe the guy has blown me off. So do you think maybe that happened, Cameron?
That's hard to say.
It's like you're losing your forward momentum. If you come off a hot, steamy makeout session, a girl wants to know right away that you also felt it was great.
Yeah, maybe I should have midweek, sent her a message or.
You can't think of any reason why she wouldn't want to call you.
There were some lulls in the conversation, but we didn't clash politically. We avoided those subjects.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. Hey,
Sweet
Cameron,
Cameron.
we're gonna get her on the phone right after this song and see if we can get an answer for you. Okay.
Hopefully, she doesn't really hate me for doing this.
All right. So just hang out for like 3.5 minutes, and we'll get the second part of your second date update. All right.
Thank you.
Hold on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Okay, Cameron's on the phone with us. He emailed us about a girl named Julia who he went on a date with. They had dinner, made out at the end of the night. You waited 5 days to try to get a hold of her via text message. Do you think that maybe you might have waited too long?
I wonder.
Okay.
I wonder.
All right.
Oh, Cameron.
We'll call her right now, see if we can get her on the phone and ask her, okay?
Awesome.
And feel free to go ahead and jump in on the conversation whenever.
And bring out that confidence, Cameron. You got it in you. I know it.
Okay.
Hello,
Hi, is Julia there?
this is she.
Julia, how are you? This is Jubal from Brooke and Jubal in the morning on Moving 92.5.
Oh, hello.
What's going on?
Nothing.
Nice.
It's
Just,
always a weird follow-up question.
I know,
Like,
right?
you just called to say hi.
calling to see what you're up to, how things been. How's life? We haven't talked in a while, Julia, or ever, have we?
Yeah.
I'm calling you because I wanted to ask you a question about somebody you know.
Okay.
Do you have any idea of who I might want to call you about?
No.
How familiar are you with our show?
I'm familiar.
Okay. Have you ever heard the second date updates before?
Yes.
What if I were to tell you that somebody emailed us about going on a date with you?
Oh.
Take it
Now
away.
now can you guess who it might be that wants to find out why you didn't call them back after you guys went on a date?
Was it Mike?
Oh,
It is
wow.
not Mike.
Interesting.
Okay.
You think we could narrow it down some more? Sounds like there's a lot of options. Not calling a lot of men back.
Okay, go ahead. Guess again. I want to see if you can guess it now. It's not Mike. It's somebody else that you went on a date with recently.
Cameron, I think.
Oh, I think.
Cameron, you think? That's it.
I don't know.
It's Cameron. It's Cameron.
It is?
Yes.
Okay.
He emailed us because he wants to know why you guys went out and you never called him back. He said he sent you a text like 5 days after your date. And you didn't respond.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you mind telling us why?
It was a fine date. We got along.
Okay.
He let us know that there was kind of a hot and steamy makeout session at the end of the night.
Yes, there was. I admit it.
It's okay. It's okay. So you were into him, right?
I mean, it was kind of weird because he smelled like a girl.
He smelled like a girl.
Like he was wearing like women's perfume.
What?
I don't know if like he had been with a girl earlier that day or he just has like a weird like lady perfume fetish or
Julia, guys' cologne sometimes could smell like women's perfume. Do you think
True.
that maybe he just made a bad selection?
no, this was like flowery, like Marc Jacobs smelling.
Oh.
Like my best friend wears the same perfume.
Hey, Julia.
Yeah.
Cam's on the phone with us.
What?
Hey,
Hi.
what's up?
What's up?
Cameron.
I'll help you out, Cameron.
No, I'm not fond of men's cologne. I think it's too musky and musty and weird.
What?
So
Okay, so you were wearing women's perfume?
That's okay. Yeah.
That's fine. I mean, whatever your scent is, man. But
sometimes I wear a little touch of like a subtle women's perfume.
So, Cameron, can I ask you this? I think wearing women's perfume, that's fine. Like, okay.
Yeah.
But does it go beyond women's perfume ever?
I'll answer that with a resounding no.
So it's just
because the perfume doesn't match the underwear is what we're asking. All right.
It does not.
So, Julia, you were just turned off by the fact that Cameron smelled like a girl.
Yeah.
And that's the reason you didn't call me, Julia?
Yes.
Is that the only reason?
Also, I didn't really think you were that good of a kisser.
Oh!
That's a whole nother thing.
Yeah.
That sounds mean.
What was bad about his kissing?
I just like a lot of, like, saliva.
He just kissed like a woman, didn't he? Is that what
But his lips were so soft.
well, Julia, we'll pay for the second date. If you'll go out with Cameron again, we will pay for it.
That is so nice. However, I don't think so.
Really?
I think it just would be not.
What if he agrees not to wear perfume?
Yeah.
I mean, there just wasn't a connection.
All right.
Okay.
You're scared that he's going to show up for the date and you guys are going to be wearing the same top and it's going to be awkward.
Brooke and Jubal in the morning.